Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul uqdatan min lisani yafqahu qawli. Rabbana zidna ilma. Allahumma faqihna fid din. Today we are here with our session number 48 and we are going to start our session with review as usual. And so here is my review slide for you all. So let's see what we have retained from the last few sessions, inshallah. So you can see right in front of your eyes a dua of Musa alayhi salam and a conversation and a dialogue between Musa alayhi salam and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So we will start our class today with that, inshallah. So who can tell me what is this kalima qala? What do you think about this? Qala. Look carefully, my dear sisters. It is ending with fatha. It is not kul. If it is fail failul amr, it should be with, with sakoon or something with alif or waw or noon, something like that, right? So qala is madi hua. Very well done. It is madi hua. Very well done. So it is fail madin, failuhu hua, rabbi. What do you think about this Rabbi? Is it one word or there are two words? Rabbi. There are two words. What do you think is making Rabbi? Very well done. There was a ya, Rab plus ya, and ya sometimes gets dropped. It is not uncommon for Arabs to drop ya. There is a lot of hazf of ya that is seen in case of ya mutakallim. It is dropped several times in Quran. It is usual. It is, some say it is for takhfif and some say, it is for several different reasons. But yes, it is Rab plus ya. So what will be the translation of this word? How will you translate it? Give me an easy translation, nothing fancy. My Rab, very well done. That's what I wanted. Now tell me, what is this construction? If it is comprised of two words, it is more than a word, less than a sentence, right? It is when it is more than a word, less than a sentence, it is a fragment, right? So if it is a fragment, then we will see what kind of fragment it is. When there is an ism plus a pronoun, ism plus a pronoun, right? They make idafa, right? So it is an idafa fragment. Now see, Musa alayhi salam said, qala, and this was Musa alayhi salam who said, Rabbi, the one who is called, is called, what is the name for that? I have, shared with you the name. If you remember, it's just a test of your memory and see how much you retain from the previous sessions. The one who is called what in Arabic? What is the term used for one being called? When you call someone, the call is called nida. The call is called nida. So the one being called is called munada. Munada is the one being called. The one that is addressed is mukhatab. Okay, the one being addressed is called mukhatab. The one being called, because I'm, calling that person. So I'll keep that in mind, inshallah. So what do you see here? Ishrah. Look carefully and then answer, inshallah. Fail amr. Fail amr. Very well done. How do you know this is fail amr? How did you figure it out? I need intelligent answers for that, and well thought. Well thought. Very well done. I love these two answers. One answer is there is a Hamza there, that is Hamzatul Wasl. So there is a chance now that my word can be fail amr. But remember, this Hamzatul Wasl can be seen in fail in certain af'al that are madin. Okay, so keep that in mind. But yes, you are seeing a Hamzatul Wasl here, so that your mind should go towards Fil Amr. Okay. Next thing that was there was you have, yes, ta was dropped, but that is not even there in the word, right? So now you are left with shrah, right? So ha had sakoon. Sakoon at the end, and this Hamzatul Wasl is you look at the word, and you are seeing that my word is with ending with sakoon. It is not mudari, because there is no sign of mudari there. So now I only am left with one option. Can it be my fail amr, since it now also has Hamzatul Wasl as well? Make sense? Everyone with me so far? No confusion here? Okay. Now let's focus on li. One word or two words? Al-jar wal-majroor, yes. So one word or two words? There are two words, and yes, it is a fragment called al-jar wal-majroor. If you remember, just whatever, in a very plain manner, I told you that at this point, in the very initial phases of our learning, we are going to call al-jar wal-majroor, we are going to name it this. If we find al-jar wal-majroor in a sentence that is verbal sentence, that is jumla fi'liya, we are going to call it this. What was the name? What was the name of al-jar wal-majroor? Mutalik bil fi'l. Mutalik bil fi'l. Okay. Is it, because I know it's been a while since we did it, because we alhamdulillah spent a good amount of time on learning the i'rab of fi'l mudari, because it is an extensive topic, and we are not learning it in a modern manner. We have been combining a conventional approach and traditional both, so it's taking us some time. So yeah, what do you think about this word sadri? Sadri. It is two words, barakallahu feek. So what do you think about these two words? What is the construction here? Yes, it is an idafa. Very well done. So we started from qala. It was fail madin. Rabbi, munada. And we will inshallah learn about this munada business a little bit more inshallah. Then ishrah was fail amr. Mabni ala sakoon. Li is your mutalik bil fail. Jar majroor mutalik bil fail. Sadri is idafa and is also, what else is sadri? What question is this answering for you? Very well done. Very well done. Okay. What is Musa alayhi salam asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? It is, what to open, expand for me, what to be expanded. What is he asking to be, or requesting Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to expand? It is his sadr, his chest. Expand my chest. And one thing I will, just I did not mention earlier, when it is something like this, like a command form of a fail, and we are addressing Allah, we don't put fail amr there. We call it fail dua. Make sense or no? We call it fail dua. It is going to be written like this. Can you all notice here in my answer key? Fail it dua. No, just because you don't command Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, right? It is not his, it doesn't befit his majesty, right? So because of the ta'zim of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we say it fail dua every time, okay? But it is in actuality failul amr, but we call it fail dua. Okay, so sadri was maful bihi, as you all have, figured it out. Now tell me, why is this ra with kasra? Your maf'ul has to be with fatha. Why is this kasra there? What did we learn in the past? Because of ya. Do not forget this. Whichever word this ya is going to attach itself to, it is going to make it have kasra. Word originally is mansub. This word sadr is mansub. Ya is majroor because it is mudaf ilayhi, but sadr was sadra. But when ya got attached to it, it gave it a kasra. Okay, so but because it is friends with kasra, so every time it comes with a word like this, it's going to, no matter what the status of the word is, the word is going to get a kasra. Make sense? And then you will use the context. And that, you remember in the beginning sessions, I used to tell you, we'll use the context to determine what status the word is. If the word is not able to show you its status, it's, if it is a word like alazina or haza, this is the same kind of a situation. Not exactly same, but quite similar. Okay, so here we know that because of ya, my word is always going to get kasra. So I have to figure it out that, what is the status of my word, and based on the context, it is maf'ul bihi, and maf'ul has to be with fatha, but it is carrying kasra because of this ya mutakallim. What should I label this waw? This waw. He said, my Rabb, expand for me my chest, and simple waw. Yeah, it is atf, right? Your plain regular waw. It is your atf, right? Harf atf. It's harf. Don't forget that. It's harf. Then what do you think about yassir? Think about its root letters and then answer. Okay, what are the root letters? And then answer. Or yassirli, yassir. Very well done. Ya, sin, ra, the root letters. Ya, sin, ra are the root letters. It is fail dua. It is failul amr, to be precise, but we don't call it failul amr because we cannot command Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We can only request Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay, it is not madin. It is not madin. Your madin should not end with sakoon, right? Either fail amr or fail mudari. It does not have any sign of mudare. It is ya, sin, ra are the root letters. So yassir is your fail dua. Everyone with me so far? Type 1 if it is. If you are, all are. If you are not, let me know. Yes, you see a sakoon, and we have learned not every word, not every amr is going to with hamzatul wasl. If it needs it, if a word needs it, it will be there. If a word does not need it, it's not going to be there. Ya can be a sign of mudare, but you have to notice what are my root letters. My root letters are ya, sin, ra. So this ya is not sign of mudare, right? Ya, sin, ra. This ya is not sign of mudare. You can figure it out that way. If you have know the root letters, ya, sin, ra, the root letters of this word. There are 3 letters that, most of your words are, made up of 3 root letters, and yassir is among those as well. Okay. Yeah, we'll see. Yes, we'll see. Let's see. Let's figure it out. Okay. We are still on the verse number 26. So li is, we just did it. It is jar majroor. What do you call al jar wal majroor in jumla failure? What is the term used for that? You can use the abbreviation. If you cannot type the whole word, mutalik will fail. You can just call it mutalik will fail. Amri. And make easy for me, amri. What do you think about this word? Is it 1 word or 2 words? It's an idafa. Number 1 thing is it is an idafa. There are 2 words, okay? Amr and ya, mutakallim, right? So there is an idafa. Every time my pronoun is attached to an ism, it makes an idafa. Every time my pronoun is attached to an ism, it makes an idafa. So here I do see an idafa. What is the role of amr here? It is maf'ul bihi. What is Musa alayhi salam asking to be made easy. It is his matter, his affair, his job, whatever he was, asked to do. He's asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give lot of yusr in it. Everyone with me so far? So again, yasir, fi'l dua, mutalik bil fi'l li, amri, maf'ul bihi in idafa. Wahlul, waw is again your harf atf. Now, what should be the harka on this hamzatul wasl? If I have to read this word, there should be a dhamma. What should be a haraka on this word? This one, Rabbi shrah. It cannot take fatha. The hamzatul wasl, remember one thing, hamzatul wasl with fail is not going to get fatha. You will look at the haraka on your second root letter. If it is fatha or kasra, in both cases, you are going to give it a kasra. Hamzatul wasl will not take fatha in those cases when it is a part of a fail. Okay, now uhlul. What does that uhlul look like? Fail dua, very well done. Uqdatan. What is this? Uqda. Look at this. Uqdatan. It's an ism. What is it? And now let me translate it for you. And untie knot. What is Musa alayhi salam asking to be untied? It is the knot, right? So this is answering my what question. Remember in the beginning when we were learning mafa'ilul hamsa, I told you one thing. The most common maf'ul that you are going to see is your maf'ul bihi. Learn this one by heart and rest is all easy. Okay? Rest is not a problem. Okay. Everyone with me so far? Min lisani. How many words are there from min to lisani? 3 words. So what is min lisani? Number 1, min lisani. What is min lisani? Al jar wal majroor. And what is lisani? Idafa. Right? This min lisani is related to uqdatan. This is the talking about not any knot in a rope. He is asking specifically the knot of tongue. Okay, untie knot of my tongue. So this whole construction is related to uqda. Okay, this min lisani is related to uqda. So here you will not just label it as MBF, okay? Remember that thing. Sometimes you will see a jar majroor and I will teach you how to label that in future. And you will find that it is not related to your fail. It has nothing to do with your fail. It has to do with ism right in front of it, okay? So is the case here, this min lisani is related to uqda, knot of my tongue. Is it something clear or no? Okay. Sister Ambreen is here. I hope she's able to answer. I'm not sure if she is or she's not. Sister Ambreen, based on what you have learned previously, what will you label min lisani? It will be a good revision.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm sorry, I can't type. Min lisani, I would say mutalik bil sifa, uqdatan.
Very well done. Very well done. So it is your sifa. Very well done. Yes. Beautiful job. Because it is defining what knot are we talking about? What knot Musa alayhi salam is talking about? It is not any knot, as I mentioned before. It is, knot of the tongue. Jazakallah khair, Sister Rambi. Really appreciate you. Yafqahu. Look at the word carefully and then write your answer. No, this is not going to be labeled as MBF. You are going to just relate it to Uqda. Okay, for now, you're just going to say that it is related to my Uqda. Okay. It is Fail Mudare. Why are we calling it Fail Mudare? What helped you identify it? Very well done. Ya was there now. Now Ya is there. Fa, Qaf, Ha are the root letters. Yafqahu. Is your Mudare marfu, majzoom or mansoob? What do you think? Inshallah. Inshallah, Ronas, as we are learning these things, inshallah. So it can be mansoob or majzoom, right? It can be mansoob or majzoom. But remember, for mansoob, remember, there should be something there. In our last session, we learned that for majzoom, there is a condition. If we don't find any haruf jazima, or if we don't find any adwatu jazima, then we and the word is after my this, then fail is going to be labeled as majzoom. In case of afalul khamsa, there's a confusion. You cannot figure out whether they are mansoob or majzoom just by looking at them, right? They look the same, right? Because all those afal that are end with nunul i'rab, they look the same in their mansoob and their majzoom forms, right? Everyone agrees or no? And you have to figure it out, right? So this cannot be marfu. Because if it was marfu, what should have been the ending letter? What should be there to make it marfu? This is from afalul khamsa, and there should be noon there. They are marfu bi subutin noon. So noon is not sabit here. You don't see noon here now. It is dropped. So either it is mansoob or majzoom. I do not have any word here that can make it mansoob. I don't see any an, lan, li, kai, idhan, hatta, fa, waw, or aw. Right? Do I see any of those? But if you remember in our last session, yes. So you got it. Alhamdulillah. So I am very proud of you that you remembered from our last session that if you do not have any reason for a word, there is no harf or ism that can make a fail mudare or mansoob, then the last thing is you look for fail amr. And do you see one? There are so many, right? There are so many there. Ishrah, yassir, wahlul. We are calling them fail dua, but there are so many, but structurally they're all failul amr, right? We are calling them fail dua lit ta'azim, right? So this is jawabul amr, response to an amr, okay? This mudare is going to be mudare majzoom li'annahu jawabul amr, because it is jawabul amr. That is why it is majzoom. Is everyone with me so far? Sister Samina, I hope you wanted to. By mistake, I think you said ismul amr, right? It was supposed to be fail amr, right? Alhamdulillah. Yeah, I knew that if you know this, that if I don't have any particle before and I'm clueless now, what is making this? For mansoob you have to have a particle before it. Okay, for majzoom you are. If there is no haruf nasiba, if there is no haruf jazima, start looking for fail amr. Okay, there are so many here. Now, what do you think about the doer here, yafqahu? What is the doer in yafqahu? Wow is the doer. Barakallahu feek. Qawli. What is qawli? One word or two words? Two words, and this is going to be qawli. Qawl plus ya is going to be qawl plus ya is going to be dafa, right? And it is also maful bihi. Sister Rukhsana is absolutely right. Absolutely right. It is again maful bihi. Lam cannot take fatha because of ya, right? Because of ya, lam is not going to take fatha. It has to have kasra لاشتغال المحل. So that is not something we need to learn right the moment, but inshallah in future. Okay. So now what do you think about this word? Waw is again at. What do we think about this one? Fele dua again. Hamzatul wasl was there. There was sakoon on the lam. Both were are helped us identify that this is not mudare or madin. This is fil dua here, according to the context. So li, or this is actually in Indo-Pak Musaf you may find sakoon here, but in Usmani script there is no sakoon if there is a rule of idgham applied, because you don't anyways read this lam, it gets merged into the next lam. Okay, so if you are one of those who reads from Usmani Musaf, you will not see if any letter has no haraka, you consider it to be sakoon, and this is because of the rule of idgham. No, it is not from Noon Sakina rules. It is from the rule of lam. Rule of lam. It is going to be idgham. Okay, because of idgham, you don't there will be no sakoon here. Okay, if lam is followed by another lam, or if lam is followed by ra, there will be idgham. Okay, waziran. What do you think about waziran? Waziran. It's going to be jar majroor. Yes, this one li is jar majroor. Waziran is an ism. What are you going to call it? It is your maful bihi. Min ahli. How many words? 3 words again. Label them. Min ahl. Min ahl is going to be your jar majroor. Ahli is going to be your. Okay. So now again, if you think about it, you just for now you can just leave it as mutalik bil. Just leave it as mutalik bil for now. Okay, and then inshallah when you will learn this concept, inshallah I will teach you how you are going to connect al jar wal majroor with something before it. Okay, inshallah. So Haruna ahi, we are going to skip this one as well, and I'm going to go to ushdud. What is this word? Ushdud. Yes, it's going to be. Yes, it's a failed dua, right? Again, we are, he's asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, so it's going to be failed dua. And bihi, jar majroor, azri. So bihi is going to be MBF here. Azri is going to be your idafa and maful bihi, right? Wow again, atf, ashrikhu, ashrik. What do you think about this word, ashrik? It is again fele dua. That is again fele dua. Okay, you see this sakoon here, okay, and this hamza is not hamza that is alamatul mudari. Okay, remember here this hamza is not alamatul mudari. Keep that in mind. So it is your fail amr. What about who? Maful bihi, every time your pronoun attaches itself to a fail, it is going to be maful bihi. Fi amri, jar majroor. and idafa. Amri is an idafa, right? So this fi amri is going to be, you can easily call it, this one you can easily label as mutalik bil. What do you think about kai? Very well done. Nusabbiha. 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 Mudari. That is, what is the status of this mudari? Real quick, because it is mudare, mansoob, and kai. What have we learned about kai? Which group does it belong to? Does it belong to the group that has action of its own, or does it have to have an hidden un after it? Own action. Very well done. It is strong by its own self. It does not need any un. Keep that in mind, inshallah. Okay. Barakallahu feek, dear sisters. So what about this ka here? Maful bihi. I'm going to skip kasiran. Okay, I'm going to skip kasiran for now, and I will go to wow. What am I going to label this wow? At, very well done. Naskura. Naskura. It is a fail. What's the status of the fail? Nazkura. It is mansoob in status. What's the doer in this fail? We is the doer in the fail. Is the doer visible, Sister Samina? Sister Zarina, Samina? All wrong answers. No, doer is not visible. Remember, this is alamatul mudare. Pronoun is never going to be at the beginning of the word. It's always going to attach itself after the third letter, after the third last root letter. Just remember it as that. It's always going to attach itself after the last root letter. It's not going to be it's not going to be attaching itself to the beginning of the word. It is just the alamatul mudare. Okay, this noon here, this noon is alamatul mudare. I hope this is clear to everyone. I see an answer here that this word is mansoob because of kai. How many of you agree to that? Yes, there is an atf here. It is mansoob because of atf, not because of kai. Okay, kai only can act on one word. Okay, you will see. Remember when we were learning adwatu jazima, yani tajzimu fa'alain and tajzimu fa'lan wahidan. So there was a difference there that I was trying to teach you, that there will be sometimes words that will be majzoom, and you will see many words majzoom in status or mansoob in status, or in case of majzoom, we were learning that in that context we learned that. Always remember, there is only in among the haruf that can affect two mudare simultaneously. Rest are all asma, right? Similarly, your mansoob, when it comes to mansoob, it only affects the word right after it. The rest are going to be mansoob because of atf. Okay, because of atf. Remember that. Everyone, it is very important. Many of you might be thinking that it is mansoob because of kai. No, you are going to say kai made nusabbiha mansoob, and this waw is atf. And when you write naskura ma'tuf, it is automatically understood that you know that this was matuf alayhi, and this is matuf, and the waw resulted in transference of status. Okay, Very small, something very small, but it makes a lot of difference. Okay, because when you are going to learn traditional, how you should traditionally put Arab, it is going to be important. You will make, you will be make major mistakes if you don't understand this concept. Okay. Okay, so let's just, I will stop the review here, and I will start with al-fail al-mabni lil-majhul. Let's start learning about our passive. Are you all ready for that? Should we continue? Inshallah? Okay. So al-fail al-mabni lil-majhul, why is this word majhul used for this fail? If in the very beginning, when we started learning fail, we learned that every fail has an inbuilt pronoun. In case of fail ma'loom, this inbuilt pronoun can be the doer pronoun. And that makes a fail ma'loom. When the doer is known, we call that fail ma'loom. And up until now, we were learning about fail ma'loom. Is everyone with me so far? When your doer is unknown, when it is majhul, when we have no idea who the doer is, we are in jahala about our doer, then we call that failul mabni lil majhul. Doer is unknown. Not, I will, at this point, I will like you to know that not every fail has a majhul form. Okay, only fail that is mutaaddi can have a passive form. And what is mutaaddi? Just remember, if a fail can take a maful bihi, that fail can be made majhul. And don't exhaust yourself about this concept at this point. I will much rather want you to learn how your majhul look like and what could be the reason the majhul being there, more so than you learning about the fail mutaaddi and lazim. Okay, because these sometimes can be tricky concepts and take some time, and inshallah along the way I will make sure that you learn them as well. Okay, so if your word can take a maful bihi, you that fail can be made majhul. So I'm going to give you an example. Let's see here. Let me write an example here. Yasser helped Isa. What do you think? This helped. Can it be made majhul? Yes or no? And why so? Yes, it can be made majhul because your rationale behind that is, Yasser, here is my doer, right? Yasser is my doer, is going to get a rough status. Action. I will start with my action. Action was help, right? Action, help. Yasser is the doer. And Isa was a detail, right? Once upon a time we did it. Yes, it means unknown. So when you have a detail in a verbal sentence, if you look at this detail, Isa, what kind of an answer, what kind of a question does it create? We are not, let's just finish this off and then you will, inshallah. We'll go back, okay? Aisha, we'll go back there. So this is a regular sentence. This is an active sentence. This is not majhul. Here I'm talking about ma'loom sentence where Yasser, since Yasser is a doer, so it cannot be majhul, right? It is ma'loom, right? But I just want to make you understand how you are going to only be using those fail forms that can take a maful bihi for a ma'loom, for a fail majhul. Sister Rubina, let me just finish it and then I will, inshallah, take your question, inshallah. Okay, so action was help, Yasser was a doer, Isa was the detail. And what kind of a detail it was? If it was answering your who question, if this detail is answering your who question, you call it maf'ul bihi. So we can make, make a passive form from it. We can, in Arabic we can make a passive form from it. For example, I can easily say Isa, as you already have written, Isa was helped. In Arabic, I will not bring whosoever helped Isa. I'm not going to put it like that. Isa was helped by Yasser. No, I'm not going to do that in Arabic. Here, I will not mention the doer. Okay? Is this something clear or no? I will just say Isa was helped. So I will just put here Nusira Isa. Isa was helped. Now, who helped him? I'm not going to put that there. Okay, in Arabic, I'm not going to bring that. Okay, if I don't bring that, that makes my fail majhul. Okay, are you all with me or no? I have a question here. Let me just, quickly take it before there's any confusion. Okay. Sister Anaz is asking, I have a question about the word nazkuraka that you call nahnu. We called it nahnu based on the alamatul mudare because it hints us towards our damir al-mustatir, which is nahnu. Na is the doer pronoun in case of fail madin, right? If it was zakarna, then it is zakarna. The pronoun in any case has to be at the end of the word. If there was na, then it is going to be fail madin because na can never be a doer pronoun in case of fail mudare. What are the 4 doer pronouns in fail mudare? Remember, remind me. What are the 4 pronouns in fail mudare? Doer pronouns. Doer pronouns, not the alamatul mudare. I need the doer pronouns. Anita is the alamatul mudare, but I need 4 doer pronouns. Sister Rubin wrote wow. Sister Samina wrote noon, ya, and wow. And then there is alif, right? Everyone with me so far? Na is a doer pronoun, but that is in case of fail madin. Remember that, okay? Na with alif mad is in fail madin, and that comes towards the end of the word. When you look at the word fail mudare like this here, nun sara, noon is just alamatul mudare, but it does hint me that the mir mustatir in this word is nahnu. In case of unsuru, it does help me, ansuru, sorry. In case of ansuru, these are the majhul forms that I have, prepared for you. So ansuru, I know because of Hamza here, Hamzatul Qata here, that which is the alamatul mudare, that my pronoun in this word, which is hidden, is ana. Okay. I hope this is clear and there's no confusion about this so far. And that whatever was there, it has been clarified. Naskura was actually naskuru with ra dhamma, right? Naskuru. Naskuru. But it was with fatha because of wow. Kay made nusabbiha mansub, and wow transferred the status from nusabbiha to naskura. Originally it was naskuru. Okay. So now what is going to be the case with fail madin majhul? Now come back to fail madin majhul. Okay, inshallah. So when it comes to fi'l madin majhul, the signs of madin majhul are e. Okay, so there can be multiple u's with one e. What is this u denoting? It is denoting your dhammas. Keep that in mind. Okay, so this u is your dhamma, and this I is going to be your kasra. Okay, your word will have, the word that is madin majhul will have many dhammas followed by kasra on the second root letter. Okay, many dhammas followed by kasra on the second root letter, and we are talking about here af'al that are sahih. They don't have any weak letters in the middle or the side or the beginning. For the most part, this is going to be the case. Okay, so many dhammas, one kasra on the second root letter, and the haraka of the last letter remains unchanged. Is it something clear? Haraka of the last letter will remain unchanged. So if I have to make nasara passive, what should I do? Ranas. Spell it for me. Dhamma, second letter should have kasra, last letter should remain unchanged. Or Aisha, what do you think? My question is, make nasara majhul for me. Nusira. Sister Rubin and I see Sister Samina, Nusira, right? If I have to make any past tense majhul, I am going to put a dhamma on the first letter, and I will, the second letter is going to be, it is going to be ui, ui. Just remember the concept of ui, because there will be many changes when it comes to naqis, ajwaf, and the certain word structures that have weak letters in the middle. So there can be a change in structure. But if you remember only this e sound, that your word should sound like e, so nusira. It cannot be nasara anymore. It has to be nusira. Last letter will remain unchanged. The e is there because there are words that will have additional letters before them. There will be words that will be longer than that. And like, astaghfara. When I have to make astaghfara majhul, I will have to, give the must to, every vowel letter. Every vowel letter. Vowel letter means every letter that has fatha, dhamma, kasra is going to now get dhamma. Second letter, second root letter is going to get kasra. Last letter will remain unchanged. So just to bring that example, because you are not only going to see in your mushaf 3 words fail with 3 letters, you are going to see longer af'al as well that will have letters that are part of the structure of the family they belong to, right? For that, I just gave you an example here of ustughfira, so that there is no confusion. And I said that, many dhammas followed by kasra on the second root letter. Last letter remains unchanged. Is it clear, everyone? I hope it is. So now, let's make nasara majhul. I need spelling, and when you have to put a kasra, put I instead, okay? Instead of E, put I, because that will be, I has a sound of E. Now make nasara, they to help make it passive. Nusira, very well done. Nusira. Make nasaru passive. Nasaru, nusiru. Everyone with me? Making sense or no? Now make nasarat passive. Now make nasarata passive. Nusirata. Very well done. Nusirat. Nusirata. Now make nasarna passive. Make a passive from nasarna. Hunna nasarna. Nusirna. Very well done. Nusirna. Make passive of nasarta. Nusirta. Make passive of nasartuma. Make passive of nasartum. Nusirtum. Very well done. Make passive of nasarti. Nusirti. Nusirti. Make passive of nasartunna. Nusirtunna. Nusirtunna. Now make passive of nasartu. Nusirtu. Make passive of nasarna. Nusirna. Barakallahu fi. Let's just quickly practice. Your test is coming this Sunday, inshallah. Bismillahi ta'ala. It has been prepared and everything has been sent to Sister Faiza. So, inshallah, let's just practice this so that, it will also help you in your test as well, this practice. Now, here, we know last letter will not undergo any change. Everyone with me so far? Please note that. Last letter does not undergo any change while you are making your passive. Again, last letter did not make any change. Alif, what is Alif doing here? It is for dual. What is it? What is the name you can give it? You can give it to. You can give to Alif. Now you have a fail. Nusira. So nusira is fail al-fail al-madi al-mabni lil-majhul. So is it a file? Can it be file? I told you in Arabic, when you make majhul, your doer will become unknown. Now you don't know who did the action. Alif al-isnain, very well done. Now tell me, what is alif? What is, when every fail has what in it? Every fail in Arabic has what in it? It has a doer in case of a fail ma'loom. But one thing, if you tell me, you can tell me and your answer will be correct. It has a pronoun. If you just tell me every fail is a pronoun, it will work both ways. If the fail is ma'loom, it is a doer then, right? If it is majhul, it is a done to then. And your answer is correct if you just call it a pronoun. When you call this aliful isnain a pronoun, yes, it is a doer pronoun in case of ma'loom. But in case of majhul, you have jahala about your pronoun. You are ignorant of your pronoun. That is why this fail is called majhul, right? That's the whole concept. You don't know who did the action. They too were helped. Who helped them? You don't know. There is no clue given to you. Is this clear, my dear sisters? So if you can just tell me this is a pronoun, that way you are good either ways, okay? Because in your test is on fail madin ma'loom. So you are going to, call it doer there. But here, if in case of passive, if you just call it pronoun, that will be good. And I will tell you what it is named in case of passive. It's not going to be doer, but for now, it is a pronoun, yeah, right? It is your damir muttasil. If you look at your answer keys, I usually write it because I tell you that in class, that aliful isnain is your damir muttasil, attached pronoun, right? So here again, you can just call it damir muttasil. It's a pronoun. Damir means pronoun, and muttasil means attached, and it is attached to a word. It is not hanging by itself. It's not just roaming around here and there by all alone. It is attached to a word, right? You can see, and that is what makes a fail. Fail cannot be without a pronoun. So it can be visible or hidden. Here it is baris, right? You can see the pronoun, and the pronoun is aliful isnain. Is it clear or no? And you are not going to call it doer, because it is not doer, because it did not do the action, right? It was these two guys were helped. They did not do the action. You don't know who did the action. They were just the receivers of action. In case of nusiru, in case of nusiru, what is this waw here? Wawul jama'a, damir muttasil, very well done. Yes, it is an attached pronoun, and you are going to call it damir muttasil. It's a pronoun, and this tells you what? Who were helped? All of them, or they were helped. Barakallahu feek, my dear sisters. Now, nusirat. Do you see a pronoun? Do you see a pronoun? Tasakun is not a pronoun. Remember, in case of madin, huwa and hiya, pronoun is always hidden. It is always hidden. This is just telling you that this is, there is a female doer, but the pronoun itself is hidden. It's just a harf-e tanis. It is harf-e tanis. Whenever you see tasakun, in case of fail madin, it is not a pronoun. Remember that. It is harf, that is tanis. Your everywhere where I called a letter a doer, I called it a pronoun, damir. Damir, under the umbrella of language, of Arabic language, where does damir falls under? Is it a harf, fail, or an ism? It's an ism, right? So this is a pronoun, this is a pronoun, this is a pronoun, this is a pronoun. This is not a pronoun, it's a harf. This is a harf that just tells you that the doer in this fail, who is hidden, is a female doer. Okay, it's a feminine doer. It could be an object or a person. Okay, it can be either one. So tell me, who is the doer here in nusirata? Who is the where is the pronoun? Not the doer. Where is the pronoun? Alif is a pronoun. What is ta doing here? It is for feminine. It denotes that the word, the doer is, there were two females. It is just denoting feminine gender, that the action was done by two females. Okay, but in the pronoun, or the people here, in case of majhul, the person receiving helps were two females, but the actual pronoun is only alif. Okay, ta is the same ta. And do you know why it is with fatha here? If it is the same ta, why is it with fatha here? Can I put sakoon here? Yes, because there is an alif after, and two sakins cannot be together. The first sakin has to get a haraka. And what is the best friend of alif? What do you think goes well with alif? Fatha. What goes well with ya? What goes well with ya? Kasra. What goes well with waw? Dhamma. So keep those things in mind. So this word is a harf. This ta is a harf. It is a word by itself, which is a harf that denotes feminine gender. This alif is a real pronoun here. This ta was with sakoon. This is a temporary fatha because of iltaqai sakinain. Because of the iltaqai sakinain, because two sakin words cannot be together. So first word has to get a haraka. So we have a haraka, that is fatha here. Make sense? I think we will stop here, inshallah. And I will want you all, your homework is to memorize this Al-Fi'l al-Madi al-Mabni lil-Majhul. How does it look like? You are only going to focus on how it looks like. You're only going to focus on that it has no doer. Okay, the doer is unknown. In Arabic, when it comes to passive, my doer is unknown. That is why fail is called majhul. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.